Firefly is an unattractive turbo virgin, and while initially I was looking forward to this trailblazer and even predicted her to be omnipotent, unfortunately I've just found virginfly to be rather unimpressive, unexperienced, unattractive, ungay, and unappealing. And had it not been for today's sponsor, lootbar.gg, I may have gone homeless due to virginfly. Lootbar.gg is the premier way to farm for Stellar Jades. Like, you literally save 20% of your money. Use my link in the description, enter your region and UID, and choose a discounted pack to buy and receive in-game. By leveraging international payment systems, Lootbar is able to find you the best price for where you live. And all this recharging happens through official Hoyoverse channels. You will get an order process form like this in a couple minutes, so let's check in game now, and there we have it. Anyways, click the link in my description if you also want to improve your Stellar Jade farming in a major way. I originally thought that Firefly was a short, omnipotent lesbian hoe, but I have come to find out that I was so wrong about this. Well, I guess she is not like Robin levels as certified Uggo, but nonetheless, she is just not up to my standards. I first was severely disappointed by her height. For some reason, I was under the impression Firefly was around Silverwolf height, so when I found out she was instead a deformed half Neanderthal, I was caught off guard. And I don't necessarily mind if she's tall, but the thing is, she just looks off. If we compare virginfly to another similar height trailblazer, we see her proportions all around are much larger. And I'm not the only one that thinks she looks off, because when I pulled two images, one with Firefly at original height next to Kafka, and another image I photoshopped her to be shorter, over 75% of respondents said they preferred the shorter version. Also, like Robin, Firefly has inexcusable negative canthal tilt. However, unlike Robin, who has sucked an insurmountable amount of dicks, Firefly is a turbo virgin. In her date video with the player, Firefly tells us how she never dreamed before, symbolizing her lack of imaginative and euphorial experiences. And in general, she repeatedly emphasizes how she is experiencing many things for the first time. This is inexcusable turbo virgin energy for an anime mobile gaming hoe. But even more inexcusable is that virginfly, like Robin, is confirmed not gay. And I initially made the massive blunder of thinking virginfly was a blatant lesbian because my Twitter feed always showed Stella x Firefly. And on AoE 3, Stella x Firefly has 149 fanfics, whereas Callus x Firefly has a pathetic 8. Unfortunately, Hoyoverse did proceed to drop the ball in a major way by officially confirming in her trailer that Firefly canonically ships with Callus. That is because at the end of her trailer, we see Callus walking up to Firefly and then she smiles. This is absolutely unacceptable, and the only other trailblazer I saw call this out was the ex-user Mina Owoyama, who posted, "The last 10 seconds of that trailer was unnecessary, unwanted, and unneeded," and really reduce how powerful of a character Firefly could be, but instead they reduce her to a waifu, like come on. And somehow this 100% factual statement made so many people upset in a major way. 164 characters for over 1 hour of content. I'm honestly impressed with other anime mobile gaming YouTubers at this point. It's kinda like how the process of photosynthesis makes no sense to me. Like, how does a plant make food out of nothing? It just makes no sense. How do these YouTubers conjure up drama out of nothing? It just makes no sense. Anyways, from what I've gathered, the claim is that Mina would be okay with Stella x Firefly, but not okay with Callus x Firefly, so therefore she is promoting a double standard. And I'll just speak for myself from here on, but basically it makes no sense to call this a double standard, because only supporting Stella x Firefly is the standard. In the grand strategy of Honkai Star Rail, lesbian shipping pairs are not just narrative threads, but also pivotal elements of the metagame. Bronya x Zeula, Kafka x Himiko, Black Swan x Acheron. These powerful double lesbo tempos run rampant in endgame content. Like, let me put it this way, it's like if we had this equation and had two options, x equals 5 or x equals 4. Is it a double standard to insist only x equals 5 is correct? Stella represents the number 5 and Callus the number 4. One of these shippings is correct and the other is wrong. Well, actually I have that backwards since Hoyoverse confirmed Callus x Firefly is right and Stella x Firefly is wrong, but that's the problem. Because now, in addition to being an Uggo, in addition to being a turbo virgin, Firefly also has no viable double lesbo tempos, and therefore she is just a completely garbage trailblazer all around when it comes to the meta. She is no short omnipotent omnipotent lesbian like I thought, and I did drop the ball in a major way on my initial analysis. Firefly is a half Neanderthal, negative canthal tilt straight turbo virgin, and because of that, Hoyoverse made her power level severely disappointing. And I'll admit it, I initially did believe all the theory crafters with early access singing her praises, but after testing Firefly myself, I've just found that she has no team options, scales terribly with relics, and is just overall outperformed by other more competent white female DPSs like Acheron. And honestly, you all, I'm starting to think that the theory crafters on the Hoyo Creators server are paid to tell you every upcoming Trailblazer is good. And I understand what I just said may be hard to believe, but here is how I arrived at that conclusion. Anime mobile games make money off selling hoes. People are more likely to summon a hoe if they are powerful. Honkai Star Rail is an anime mobile game. Hoyoverse makes Honkai Star Rail. Trailblazers are hoes. Hoyoverse pays YouTuber to theorycraft power level of upcoming Trailblazer. Therefore, it's in Hoyoverse's interest that YouTuber says upcoming Trailblazer is powerful. Now, to be fair, a YouTuber named Braxophone did address this before and used the fact that many Hoyo creators criticize a Genshin traveler named Diha to discredit it.
But Hoyoverse has never given me any shit for expressing my honest opinion on characters, and when I said that Dia was bad, when I said that Dia was a bad character, an unfinished character you can even see in the thumbnail, they didn't care.
The problem with the logic here is that Deha was never meant to sell. Deha was about sending a message, a racist message. She was purposely made inferior to her light-skinned companions and then abandoned by Homoverse onto the standard banner. Basically, Homoverse values their gay, feminist, racist agenda first and foremost, and then they care about making money.
Everybody was shit-talking Dia. Everyone that used the media server said Dia was not good. Now, Dia was a little bit of an oddball, right? Because she ended up going to the standard banner. So maybe you could make the argument that they didn't really care if she sold or not.
And I think it's very telling when the only non-Hoyo creator theory crafter warned us how bad Firefly is. And that theory crafter was Zolzes Telos, the Bobby Fischer of Honkai Star Rail, who warned us about virginfly for months.
If you're wondering why some bigger content creators are hyping Firefly, it's because 1, they're being paid by Hoyoverse to shill her, literally. 2, they might be misinformed, and are generally worse than me at the game.
To be clear though, I would lie about an anime mobile game for money and really do want to be a Hoyo creator. So if anyone can help me get in contact with Hoyoverse or Otsu, then just DM me on X. I honestly refuse to continue playing anime mobile games unless I'm paid. Anyways, I was so wrong about Firefly and I just had to make this video to correct the record as I do feel like I dropped the ball in a major way. However, it does appear Trailblazers are catching on to virginfly being a total scam anyways, but if you didn't know and you come across this video, well, now you do know.